so welcome to some games we've been playing recently. Now, before we begin, I just want to say this, that we just celebrated our 8-year anniversary, our wedding anniversary. And we've been together for 12 years, and it's been really amazing. And just before this, I dug up the very first video that you were ever in.
Oh my God.
Yes, and you were giving me a present for my birthday, and it's like nearly 9-10 years ago now, and it's so interesting. I had no beard. I mean, you were really gothed up at the time.
Yeah.
It's really nostalgic to look back on and to see where we're at now. And we have a baby monitor over here with a baby sleeping.
Such parents.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting how life goes. And so I just wanted to mention that just before we start this episode. And let us know what games you guys have been playing. Let us know down below. Me and Kim have finished some big games. Kim has finished a really big game, Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yep.
Definitive Edition. And I finished Ys 9. And so we're like, hey, let's take a break.
Just a little break.
Just a little break from the big games.
Yeah.
Let's play some smaller style of games. And then Kim's like, well, you know what? I want to look at your Switch collection and go through it. And I was like, that's a great idea. So
a big stack of it. Might as well go through the library.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, pick some games out that you might be interested. So how was that going through all the games?
Kind of intimidating. There's a lot.
There's a lot,
that I didn't even think there was.
Yeah.
Switch, to be honest, because I only played some, and I'm like, oh, there's probably only a handful. You had like stacks.
Well, to be honest with you, my collection is just the games that I personally like. Where some people have collections that, like, I don't even know how big the Switch collection is now.
Oh my
Like the
gosh.
entire complete thing. I mean, I have no interest in collecting a complete thing. It doesn't mean anything to me that way. But it's crazy how many games there
There
are.
was quite a few.
So Kim disappeared. I brought out all the stacks of games into the living room, and I walked away because I was like, this is going to be fascinating.
What will she pick?
What will you pick? What will you pick? And then I come back in the room, and Kim picks 4 games. Now, in the thumbnail, I'm doing the face palm, and it's not clickbait. Whenever I do that, I'm actually upset.
It means I am gone.
It means like...
It means I put a lot of time into games.
Yeah, but we were supposed to do smaller games. That was the plan.
I didn't really know.
Okay, so why don't you show everybody the games that you picked out that you were thinking that you wanted to do? You did 4.
Okay, so I'll start with Bravely Default 2. Why? Because I played the first one, and I thought I should definitely give this one a go itself.
But what happened with the first one? You didn't like the ending?
It just kept going and going, and it actually got to the point where I almost gamer raged.
Yeah.
That it was just getting dumb.
Yeah.
But I gave it a few years.
Oh yeah, a few.
And then when I saw this in the list, I'm like, I should. I don't know. Part of me just thought I kind of owed it to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to start that one.
Right. Okay. So there's this.
And then I thought.
Right. This was a mistake by accident because
I thought it was Xenoblade 2.
Right.
And you told me it's.
Yeah. Sorry. This is Horna, the Golden Country. This is a prequel story to Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Right.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is in the special edition on the shelf, so I don't have like it's a game. Out of the box type of thing, out of the special edition. So Kim was like, "Oh, this," and I'm like, "Well, it's a prequel. You can maybe just do the second game first, and all of that." So that was an interesting choice. What was your next choice?
And then I kind of did like a random choice.
Right. The World Ends With You, and
I don't know why. I just kind of thought it looks exciting on the back.
Do you know this game?
Animation?
This game has been highly recommended to me over the years.
Really?
Highly recommended to me over the years. I had good friends of mine that said, "You have to play this."
Huh.
And I've nenever gotten around to it. It's not like any dislike or anything. It's just like there's always been other things going on. So it's like, okay, this is fascinating.
This?
It's yeah. So I was like, is she going to do this one? Well, no, this is not the one she's going to do. We're going to get. This is it. This is the one I'm face palming at because.
You've been hiding it. You've been hiding this game on me.
So Kim actually looked it up. You looked up a review or something like that, or LS, and you're like, "Hey, this got highly reviewed. This did really well." Because I said when she initially saw it, I know this is terrible to say. I said, "Oh, I don't think the game did that well. It's not a very good game." I was trying to push it down because I didn't want to see this on the TV for the next like 3,000 hours.
What?
God, see, facepalm. I'm like, oh no. Oh, what is it?
Mineral Town.
Oh God.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
You know-
I'm excited.
Was this the Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town? Okay, it looks interesting. It looks like a Harvest Moon style of game
Yep,
where.
that's what it is.
So what do you do in this game?
You have a farm.
Yep.
You harvest. You sell. You meet people.
You have animals.
Yeah,
And,
you got animals. You got farm animals. You gotta brush them.
Oh.
Take care of them.
Oh, God.
Love them.
Oh, no.
Love them.
right. I'm not against anybody who likes these style games, but I guess I kind of am in a way.
It's because you think it's like that's a lot of hours put into it, and you know what? It is.
No,
and I'm very
no.
excited.
What is it about these style of games that you like so much?
I think it's just the idea of just kind of getting lost.
Right.
You know, you don't have to think too much.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, you know, in Xenoblade, you really had to pay attention to what was happening. This is just, you kind of go in, do like a couple of hours, and then leave. And it's just...
It's kind of like Animal Crossing in a sense, the way you go in.
I was thinking that too, but
Yeah.
I think this has a bit more of a reward than Animal Crossing, only because the interaction
Right.
with things. So I'm looking forward to really putting in 170 hours
No.
into Mineral
No! Hey, look, there's a shiny object
It's
over
only
here.
9 months.
Oh, come on. Please.
The baby will be 2.
I know. She should be like, Mommy, quit playing this stupid game for crying out loud. You're driving Daddy crazy.
Crazy. So those were my picks.
Oh my God, I know, that was such a ordeal to get through. When I came in, I was like a happy dad. I'm like, oh, what games has she picked? Ooh.
I'm like, but
And then I'm like, no. It's like, no, come on. I'm like, of all the stacks of games and
Yeah.
amazing, wonderful,
Yep.
crazy games, you go for the cutesy, farm simulator.
I'm
Great.
okay with that.
That's great. I mean, hey, to each their own. I get it.
It's just my style for it.
Now, me and Kim played a game together.
Yeah.
And I had to try this game out because somebody had tweeted at me, Johnny, I think you're in this game. Now, for full disclosure here, nobody in the company ever wrote to me.
Oh.
Nobody ever said, hey, did you want to be in this game? Nobody ever said, hey, say that you're in the game. None of it. I didn't know. Somebody tweeted it. These pictures, and I was like,
Oh.
so I said to Kim, I'm like, is that me? And I hadn't even talked to the company about it, who make this game. I'm like, is that me? So we decided to play it, and that's Retromania Wrestling. And it's an old school style of wrestling game on the Nintendo Switch. And so I downloaded it, and I was like, Kim, we got to play it for a little bit, and then we
Yeah.
got to go to this stage where supposedly
You're in it.
I'm in it, and it's like, it's weird. It's like, what? So we started playing it. We did a bit of the story mode, and Kim's like, oh my God, it's so old school.
It is old school, but it's fun old school.
Yeah, it's meant to look like those old arcade games back in the day and stuff like that. And I just want to say that one of my favorite wrestling games is Fire Pro Wrestling right here. It's a great game. I'm terrible at it, but I really appreciate, God damn it, all the moves and different characters that you can create in the game. It's really awesome. So I'm not new to wrestling games. So me and Kim start to play the game, and I'm like, okay, let's go into versus mode,
Yeah.
so we can pick the stages. So we just did a couple of stages and stuff like that, and then trying to get used to the controls was a whole different thing. I mean,
You have to really line up.
line
I
up
found.
and all that, and you automatically grapple when you're near, and then it's like, okay, how do I do a special move? How do I jump? Go off the ropes, and it was like a big learning curve, and it
Yeah.
was like, so we're going through this learning curve, and then we get to this stage, and it's like a too many games stage. It's from a convention in the United States. And so all of a sudden you start seeing different characters and different people, like RGT and all these people from the YouTube space, and then Kim gets out of the ring somehow. And I'm like,
I don't know how.
I don't know, because we tried to recreate that. I don't know. We only played for a little bit.
Yeah.
So Kim gets out of the ring, and I'm like, oh, go over to the corner where I'm at. And I'm like, is that me? And I'm like, that's kind of coincidentally me. What do you guys think? Is this me?
I think it's you.
Yeah.
I think they took your soul and they put you into this wrestling game. You are stuck there for life.
I wish I could be a secret character that all of a sudden you can unlock, would jump over and jump
my
into the
God.
ring.
That would be so much fun.
That would be cool. I would pay to be in the game. Just to pay the developers. Like, hey, can I be in the game? I pay them.
Come on, they already took you.
Well, it's weird. I mean, I don't know how many other people they asked to be in the game or whatever.
Is it surreal to see you in a game?
It's really cool. I mean, because I love these old school, sprite-based games, and to see yourself drawn in a sprite-based way, and you're in a convention thing and with a wrestling game, it's cool. I mean, it's the neatest thing. It's something I could have never kind of imagined. It's nothing I've never wanted to make a game or be in a game really. So it's neat. It's kind of neat to see. It's a novelty. But disclosure, nobody's ever asked me to be in the game or say, hey, we'd like to put your likeness in it. So I don't know. I think it's me though. I think it's you. I think it's me in the end of the day. So that was a little bit of fun. We had a bit of fun playing that, just for that surreal moment. And then it was time to play a demo on the Nintendo Switch, and that was for R-Type Final 2. A game that I never thought I'd see, because back in, I don't know if you know, there's a shooter game back in the 80s that was released called R-Type. And I played it a few times.
I was going to say, I've seen you play it a few times.
A few times.
And it looks hard.
It's freaking hard. Yeah, it's really, really difficult. It's really great when you get slow down in the old games that you can get past the bullets a bit. But anyways, so back on the PlayStation 2, they announced that they were ending the R-Type franchise. It was over. It was over, and they were going to call it R-Type Final right here, and you can unlock every ship from all the past games and all of that stuff. And
that's awesome.
It was awesome. It was like a beautiful swan song to the series. But no, they can never let anything die. No. They brought back R-Type Final 2. It's not, it should have been called Final. This is really it this time. It's really, honestly, it's over. No, it's not. So we get this. It came out in Japan, and a demo just came out on the Switch from NISA, America. And so I decided to play it. And to be honest with you, I was looking forward to it. Mm-hmm. And how is it? It's pretty nice. It's pretty good looking. It's not gonna blow anybody away with next-gen graphics, but it's nice to see a return to R-Type and the shooting mechanics and the evil empire and the mechanical empire, organic empire. So cool, and it was really nice to get through that. And I played the first level, and I'm like, awesome. And then it's like, thanks for playing. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a demo. Oh. And I was frustrated because I wanted to keep going, and I think that's a testament to how good the game is. But yeah, I had to lower the difficulty at first. I was like, Jesus, this is getting.
Unforgiving.
It was really, really difficult, and I was like, man, oh man, I had a lot of patience when I was in my teenage years. My late 40s, not so much. Not so much, but I had a lot of fun playing that. I'm looking forward to getting the final game. When it comes out, I might review it as a fun thing to do and all of that. So what are you going to do for this next week? What's the plans? For are we playing this? Oh, it was bye, baby, bye. I'm kind of free still because I just kind of delved into a few little games. There's a few games that are coming out for review, some really big ones, and I'm going to save my time, my mental capacity for that. But I have a funny feeling there's going to be little farm animals in my future.
Yep.
Absolutely. So anyways, guys, until next time.